'Tis a vile thing in an old man." "Oh, 'tis, and yet 'tis not. 'Tis a natural taste," said the milkman, again surveying Ethelberta, who had now paused upon a bridge in full view to look down the river. "Now, if a poor needy fellow like myself could only catch her alone when she's dressed up to the nines for some grand party, and carry her off to some lonely place, sakes, what a pot of jewels and gold things I warrant he'll find about her. 'Twould pay him for his trouble. I don't dispute the picture, but 'tis sly and untimely to think such roguery. Though I'd have had thoughts like it, 'tis true, about highwaymen. Lord forgive me for it. And that figure of fashion standing there is a widow woman, so I hear." "Lady, not a penny less than lady. Aye, a thing of 21 or thereabouts." "A widow lady and 21. 'Tis a backward age for a body who's so forward in her state of life." "Well, be that as 'twill, here's my showings for her age. She was about the figure of 2 or 23 when I got off the carriage last night, tired out with bumming about the country, and 19 this morning when she came downstairs after a sleep round the clock and a clean washed face. So I thought to myself, 21, I thought." "And what's the young woman's name, make so bold, ostler?" "Aye, and the house were all but in a store with her and the old woman, and their boxes and camp kettles that they carried to wash in because hand basins bain't big enough, and I don't know what all. And t'other folks stopping here were no more than dirt thenceforward." "I suppose they've come out of some noble city a long way here from." And there was her hair up in buckle as if she'd never seen a clay-cold man at all. However, to cut a long story short, all I know besides about 'em is that the name upon her luggage is Lady Petherwin, and she's the widow of a city gentleman who is a man of valour in the Lord Mayor's show." "Who's that chap in the gaiters and pack at his back come out of the door but now?" said the milkman, nodding towards a figure of that description who had just emerged from the inn and trudged off in the direction taken by the lady, now out of sight. "Chap in the gaiters? Choke it all. Why, the father of that nobleman that you called chap in the gaiters used to be hand in glove with half the Queen's court." "What d'ye tell o?" "That man's father was one of the mayor and corporation of Sandbourne, and was that familiar with men of money that he'd slap 'em upon the shoulder as you or I or any other poor fool with the clerk of the parish." "Oh, what's my lordling's name, make so bold, then?" "Aye, the toppermost class nowadays have left off the use of wheels for the good of their constitutions, so they traipse and walk for many years up foreign hills where you can see nothing but snow and fog, till there's no more left to walk up, and if they reach home alive and haven't got too old and wearied out, they walk and see a little of their own parishes. So they tar about with a pack and a stick and a plain white pocket-handkerchief over their hats, just as you see he's got on his. He's been staying here a night, and is off now again. Young man, I think to myself, if your shoulders were bent like a bandy and your knees bowed out as mine be, till there's not an inch of straight bone or gristle in ye, thou wouldn't go doing hard work for play, I believe." "Ah, true, upon my song. Such a pain as I've had in my lines all this day, to be sure. Words don't know what shipbreak I suffer in these lines of mine, that they do not." "And what was this young widow lady's maiden name then, ostler? Folks have been peeping after her, that's true, but they don't seem to know much about her family." "And when I've tended horses 50 years that other folk might straddle 'em, here I be now, not a penny the better. Oftentimes when I see so many good things about, I feel inclined to help myself in common justice to my pocket." "Work hard and be poor, do nothing and get more." But I draw in the horns of my mind and thinks to myself, forbear, John Ostler, forbear. The maiden names? Faith, I don't know the woman's maiden name, though she said to me, "Good evening, John." But I had no memory of ever seeing her afore. No more than the dead inside church hatch, where I shall soon be likewise, I had not. Aye, my nabs, I think to myself, more know Tom Fool than Tom Fool knows. "More know Tom Fool? What rambling old canticle is it you say, ostler?" inquired the milkman, lifting his ear. "Let's have it again. A good saying well spit out as a Christmas fire to my withered heart. More know Tom Fool than Tom Fool knows," said the hostler. "Ah, that's the very feeling I feel over and over again, ostler, but not in such gifted language. 'Tis the thought I've had in me for years, and never could lick into shape. Ho! Splendid! Say it again, ostler, say it again. To hear my own poor notion that had no name brought into form like that, I wouldn't have lost it for the world. More know Tom Fool than Don't let your sense or witness break out in such uproar, for heaven's sake, or folk will surely think you be laughing at the lady and gentleman."